So just doing random warm-ups there in the rings, you know, while I knew I was going to play the Spider-Man song as an intro. But it's mostly going to be a lower mobility focused workout today. But I call it the Spider-Man stream because I put out, like, I don't know, I thought of it now. I'm going to hide the stream so I can just go on a little intro rant about why the Spider-Man stream. So the thing is, as a kid, Spider-Man was my guy. You know, he was the one. You know, I liked Batman too. Superman never really appealed to me. You know, I think, in a way, because he's like too unrelatable in that, yeah, he can just fucking fly and is giga fucking strong. You know, it's too extreme and too simple, you know. Like, of course, those are cool powers and all, but do you see? As Spider-Man, it was like cool that he can sort of fly, but he uses it because he can jump so high and is so agile and strong, and he can sling with the webs, you know. And this was not all to it, though. I remember clearly as a kid that I thought he had the coolest powers. But it's also that Peter Parker was so relatable to me that he was just some kid, you know, that happened to get this gift with the spider powers. And so many times he was put in situations where he had to sacrifice Peter Parker's well-being for the greater good, be Spider-Man, and bail on the people in his life so that Peter Parker's reputation and relationship and just welfare, well-being and everything, doesn't work out. And no one knows that he's the hero, that, they think Peter Parker's just unreliable, you can't trust his word and stuff, but it's really that he's prioritizing doing the right thing. And he learned from his uncle that with great power comes great responsibility. And unfortunately it was. When he had the opportunity to stop a robber, but didn't because of the guy that he was robbing had done Peter wrong. But so he chose on ego. He could have stopped him, but he didn't, and then he killed his uncle. And, well, he learned the lesson then, that with great power comes great responsibility. So as a kid, it pained me greatly to think of the fact that I will never be Spider-Man. Superman, it was too much. We can't even feel bad about not being Superman. But Spider-Man, he was so human still, you know. Like Superman literally is not, right? But I said that I was an immature kid then, right? Now I understand that Spider-Man is just an ideal. I can still choose to prioritize the right thing above all. And in fact, it happens to me a lot in my life. I get shit. I do stuff to help people, but because they can be uncomfortable and difficult for people to deal with, I become the bad guy, right? And, you know, I'm never going to be able to sling webs specifically, but, you know, being stronger and jumping higher, being more mobile, flexible, agile, that I can work on. And so when I was putting out a little rant on my Instagram story just in text about this, it occurred to me that, yeah, I've gotten quite strong and mobile, but not agile necessarily. Like, I am more agile too, but I don't train that all that much, like jumping more and stuff. So today, because I had already planned to do some mobility, that is more the mobility strength side of things, but more mobility than strength today. But I figured I can improvise a little bit here, throw in some stuff. I can do a little bit of upper body stuff too, just nothing too straining because I have my full upper body, like heavy workout tomorrow. So mainly lower body, mainly mobility, but a little bit of exploration with other stuff. So now, before I do anything more, I'll take a look at the chat. And JN, before I go on to Orchestron there, says, Spider-Man is fiction, bro. You're writing your own hero story. I prefer listening to you instead of watching a Spider-Man movie. For sure, man, but you see that it's a story that I tell, that I was a kid. I'm not, like, now, because I barely watch movies at all these days, you know, but when there come a new Spider-Man movie, I will see it at some point when I just have my downtime, you know, like go with a friend to the cinema or see it virtually, digitally later on somehow. So you know, it's just, but it's pure entertainment for me now. I don't go overly, and this is my message too on this channel. Video games, movies and all that, you can have a little bit of that if it's productive downtime, not your main occupation, right? And so, yeah, it's not that I'm here like, oh, I want to be like Spider-Man. It's just that it just so happens that a lot of things that sync up with Spider-Man are important to me, right? Like both with the values there, doing the right thing, even though you get shit for it, and then just becoming strong, like Spider-Man. he got the powers instantly like that, you know. But then he got better as he got more experience, right? And kind of the same for me, in a sense, it's just the panic attacks, it wasn't like that. But a few months after that, I kind of leveled up in many ways from that. But then I've had to train and make myself even stronger, right? I had that initial power up from the panic attack. It's so nice with the sun, guys. Awesome. Spider-Man wants to be Theo, he says. Well, yeah, I'd be honored if he feels that way. You know, it's actually a guilty pleasure of mine. I love Bully Maguire, my favorite Spider-Man movies, because I grew up with a 90s animated series, you know. Yeah, so that's like where my heart is to begin with. But then the first movies with Tobey Maguire and James Franco, Kirsten Dunst, others. But those ones were my favorites. And there's a lot of, from the Spider-Man 3, when he goes like emo, you know, with a black suit. The part when he is like black suit Spider-Man is so funny. There's so many memes, and so it's a guilty pleasure of mine to follow like Bully Maguire videos. So people, it's become a thing that there's so many edited videos.
We'll take the long way.
Name an insect that flies.
Little Goblin Jr.
Yeah, they're just funny to me, short clips, you know, so they're good. Just squeeze in one here and there. Jan says, when do you go to Greece? Like, since I don't have any date that I have to be there, it's my choice and I can work from everywhere. You know, it leads into Niels's question, what do you do for a living, by the way? You know, I've finally set it up so that I run my own business, you know. I'm self-sufficient in the income I get from coaching clients. And, you know, now I'm starting to get a bit more actual direct income from this YouTube. You guys, I thought about it before this stream, actually. You guys are one of my employers. And the funny thing is that I will work always for you, is the difference. And you don't have to pay. You decide if and how much you want to pay me, you know, because there is the super chat option. There is the option to become a Patreon and support monthly. So yeah, now I'm actually starting to get a few $100 maybe from YouTube directly per month, like that. But it's basically coaching clients and yeah, some from my content creation, and I have some other stuff on the works too. Like, I will be selling merch, which is not so much about making money, because I want the profit margin, it's not that big. It's more about creating the tribe community, but I will soon put out Solar Night t-shirts and stuff like that. Oh, it's not that far off, right, guys? The hamstring mainly, that's what I'm feeling here. Here.